beautiful people. So this is your weekly astrology for September 2nd through 8th. It's not much going on. We still have the retrogrades. I'm going to go over those really quick. So the retrogrades we still have are Pluto. It's about revisiting life challenges, the same thing that you've been going through, but they're going to change as time moves on. You have Uranus in retrograde, and that brings financial freedom where there was struggles. If you're currently actively trying to make money or in a business, that's going to open up to you. The North Node is about your life direction changing. Neptune is more about your desires, so you're diving deeper into situations and having different opinions and desires about what you once wanted, and these things are changing. Chiron is about your inner self, so you're mastering life, you're mastering yourself, which is great. So on the 2nd right here we have Pluto in retrograde until the 6th, and Pluto being, I'm sorry, not Pluto, obviously that says Saturn. Saturn being in retrograde is about bad habits, getting rid of bad habits and people in your life, because they're definitely coming up. All those bad habits, all those people, all those fears are coming up, and you're learning how to deal with them. But as soon as Saturn goes direct, this is when you have to buckle down and get rid of these things, okay? You're focusing more on building what it is you do have instead of getting rid of things, because you should have already gotten rid of them, okay? So Mercury in Virgo on the 6th. Now that means that you're going to be more in tune with details. This goes really good hand in hand with Saturn going direct, because it's in Capricorn, and you are being more focused on your social status and your career, so it's improving, like your skills are improving. You're thinking things through very well and making really good decisions. So this is a really good week for business, especially towards the end of the week and moving on. Okay, so here is your weekly readings. I lied, I forgot to do the overall energy for the week. I'm sorry guys, I'm just being me. Okay, so we have the Sun card, the 2 of Swords, and the 5 of Wands. Actually pretty good, pretty good. I feel like there were some setbacks, maybe some inactivity in your life in a certain situation or area. This could be career, this could be love, anything like that. I do feel like you're going to be in between 2 spots where you're going to have to make a decision. You may be going back and forth in your head about what it is that you want to do, but if you make the right decision, it's going to open up something that is spectacular for you moving on, you know, for the rest of your life. Now there are going to be some obstacles, but I feel like what you have dealt with in the past is going to help you break through those obstacles, and you're going to be fine. I do feel like you're able to make the changes you desire, because now you're able to focus after making a decision and clearing up some mind space. Okay, so now seriously, we are going into your weekly readings. Hello Capricorn, this is your weekly reading for September 2nd through the 8th. I hope you're doing wonderful. So I do want to just say that the month of September monthly readings will have the free extended singles and couples reading, as I promised last month. And then next month they'll go back to the regular being on the member site. Okay. Also, if you want a private reading, that link's in the description box below. So we are going to continue and see what Spirit has for you or us for the month of September, or not the month, I'm sorry, the week of September 2nd through 8th. All right, so we have the 7 of Pentacles, the 9 of Swords, the 9 of Pentacles in reverse, Justice in reverse, The Nine of Cups in reverse. I have gnats in here. I think it's because I left some fruit out. Jeez, oh Pete's. But anyway, just ignore them if you see them. The Eight of Swords in reverse. Temperance and the Empress in reverse. Okay, Capricorn. So let's see what we have. Let's see what.
Okay? All these niggas with this bullshit, that fuck these niggas, man. Sick. We ain't worried about none of these motherfuckers. What? You know?
Okay.
Over you.
So
don't worry about none of this shit.
You may be worried about something this month, especially with the Empress in reverse and the Nine of Swords. That dictates worry. You may be feeling a little empty or a little depressed as well. But I feel like you're going to come out of that. With the Temperance, it talks about you finding balance over that this week, okay? There may be an area in your life as well that you haven't paid really much attention to, or someone you've pushed to the side that you're not really paying attention to or even studying this month. And the Temperance is creating balance. So it's about you balancing out your life and creating harmony and getting things together, which I love to see. It also talks about giving fairness as well, like the Justice card. But it's just a way of balancing the scales. Like if there's someone you push to the side, you're not really talking to them, like give them a reason why or explain to them so they can kind of move on. It's about creating balance in your karma as well this week, Capricorn. So I do see you working on business, but you're a little bit worried about growth, and I wouldn't do that right now. It just feels like there's an injustice in your life, especially with the Justice being in reverse. It just means that there's something that, and I feel like this may be a person that is coming back into your life, not to stay, but just to get some information from you. Because there's something that needs to be adjusted, or there's something that needs to be fixed. This also may be rumors. This also may be lies. This also may be deceit around you as well, even though you don't see the Seven of Swords, because injustice talks about that law situations that just don't seem fair. Okay. But I see that you're working on them, or you're trying to make them better, or you want to make them better, or someone is coming in to make them better. Okay. Now it could be any of that. I do feel like there is worry here because you're worrying about if you should let this situation into your space, even though it was unjust before. But I don't think that you should let it back in. I just think that revisiting it can help fix it or resolve it. Okay. It doesn't mean that you have to keep it within your life, because I see you living life, you know, and I see you doing what it is that you do, and it doesn't really involve you bringing this back in. Even though you're thinking, should I work on this? Is this something that I should work on? They're telling me to pull another card. So the Lover's card comes up, and it just means that you have to make a choice whether or not you want to go into this or not. I do see that there is an imbalance here and it needs to be resolved, but it's really up to you, because we have free will whether to walk back into this situation or not. Okay. I do see that in the end of the month, you're not quite as happy as you could be, or life is a little bit difficult. Because you decided to open up about your feelings. You decided to come out of hiding with a situation to create some sort of balance. I don't feel like you should jump right into things. I feel like you should ease into them, because I feel like jumping into them is going to leave you a little bit confused, or a little bit wreck, and that's why the Knight of Swords comes up, because the Knight of Swords does stuff with so much energy and so much passion, and I don't feel like you have that as much as maybe this other person does for you, or what's pushing you in this situation. I do feel like it's going to be a little bit difficult for you to come out of yourself, because it's like you're slowly easing yourself out, but you have this other energy outside of you that's like really pushing itself in to try to make a space. And it may be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay. It's like they're sending you this message, or someone's sending you this message to come back into your life, or for you to revisit something, but you're worried about where it's going. I don't feel like this is something you want to hold on to, but I feel like they do. Okay, and it's important for you to keep the balance. Okay, don't let your insecurities or being unsure allow you to get into something that's not for you right now, or something that makes you feel uncomfortable. Okay, so let's pull one oracle card for you this week. Yeah, like, I don't want you to feel bad for someone or a situation and then get yourself entangled in something. So you have relationships. I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. Okay, so what I'm getting from this card, let me cleanse it out because everything's coming in. So I feel like this relationship is full of a lot of complications and a lot of ins and outs and a lot of different reasons why and why not and things like that. And you really need to, you know, explain each of them, or kind of break them up into different pieces of understanding so everybody's on the same page. But I do feel like this person is not the level that you want them to be at, to be in a relationship with them. And that's the problem. I feel like they are severely attached to you. This could be vice versa, because this is different energy. But I feel like one person is really attached and really thinks this is their soulmate and is trying to open up the gates and work on things. And the other person is very kind of standoffish, or, you know, they're trying to almost make the best of a situation, or try to be nice, or feel like they need to do it. But the temperance comes because it's about balance, and it's about restraint, and not letting someone else's energy overtake yours, because someone can be so passionately in love with you, and that energy is intertwining with your energy and making you feel some sort of way, and then later you realize this is not exactly where you want it to be. Okay, so it's just about clarity this week and restraint. Okay, so thank you so much for listening. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next week. I love you. Bye bye. Love and light.